this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday, Thursday. Sorry about that. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from Stagehouse Tavern in Mountainside, New Jersey, as the Devils come back and beat the Washington Capitals in overtime behind Luke Hughes' goal, 5-4. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal from his palatial Beverly Hills estates. What's up, Scotty? How are you?
Say hi to Shorts Guy as well.
Oh, hey, Shorts Guy. Hey.
There he is. He's selling T-shirts. He's going to town over there at the Stagehouse Tavern, drinking up a nice cold beer. Everyone is celebrating game number 82 victory for the New Jersey Devils. And look at that. Luke. He is your father.
Oh, yeah.
Father of the wraparound shot.
La, Luke, I am your father.
Oh, and thank you, Max, already for the old super chat over there and YouTube Live. Hello, everyone. Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, and everyone at Stagehouse Tavern celebrating this victory. Man, Devils set some records tonight, Sam Wu. Road victories in the season. They tied it with 28. Most wins ever. They took it over with 52. Most points ever. Now with 112, the debate can be there. Is this the greatest Devils team of all time, Sam Wu? They have some of the numbers to back it up.
It could be. It could be. I mean, they're breaking. Top to bottom, they're breaking records.
They are breaking records, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jack Hughes didn't get to 100 points, but that's okay because another Hughes came through tonight on a very special evening. And even though the Carolina Hurricanes stuck it out against the Florida Panthers, the Devils still did everything that they could to try and get first place in that Metro. And they are going to be lining up against the arch rival New York Rangers. And I can't wait for this series to start on Monday. Dude, it is going to be unreal. There's just the intensity and, you know, the rivalry is back. You know, the Devils were in the dumps for a number of years. The Rangers have had some good years recently, a couple good runs. You know, they never made it that far, though. And now it's finally back. The number 2 seed officially in the Eastern Conference is your New Jersey Devils. Let's talk about game number 82 over here. And then we'll check in with Sam and Shorts Guy. See, you got some people over there trying to. You see all those T-shirts you got lined up there. We're gonna have to maybe give them a little blast on camera screen there, so we can show everyone. But big news before the game, obviously. Couple of people getting rested. Vanacek, Marino, Graves, Eric Halla was back in the lineup. Curtis Lazar back in the lineup. And with Marino and Graves being out, that means Brendan Smith was in there. And Luke Hughes going to be playing regular shifts. And regular shifts he did with 20-plus minutes on the night tonight. And obviously, he had a big part in the end of the game over here. Starting out in the first period, Dawson Mercer, woo! Baby, he had a breakaway right off the bat. Nico stole the puck from Ovi, and Mercer actually missed a backhand shot there. Almost had the Devils up real early. Siegenthaler took out Wilson on a 2-on-1. Good defensive play over there. But then the Caps started scoring because the Devils had a shaky first period where it looked like they were kind of half in the game, half out. Luke actually was pinching in on a play. Maybe he shouldn't have been. Gives up a 2-on-1. And Snively was able to put it home. what was that? Far side shot home past Mackenzie Blackwood, who was in net. And did Mackenzie Blackwood just write his check to not be on the playoff roster or to be not considered the backup goaltender? This is a good question we're going to ask Shorts Guy in a little bit. The Caps go up 1-0, 4:36 into the first period. Now, again, also want to point this out. Devils defense was very shaky in that first period, but we're going to get to it. Sandin scores not too long after that at 5:59 of the first, his 7th of the year. Nice little snapshot over there, and he somehow found himself in the middle of some it didn't look like a complete defensive lapse. I just don't know how he got in that center slot position. He really just kind of weaved his way in there, and he got a beautiful pass from Backstrom. I think it was like a backhand pass from the boards right over there, and he put it right past Blackwood. 2-0 Caps, and then Smith at 10:18 of the first, unassisted. Man, this was a Jack Hughes blunder over here. In his own zone, trying to do a cross-ice pass, and Smith comes in and just basically just knocks it down. He's got a clear shot onto the goalie, and Mackenzie Blackwood cannot come up with the timely save, and you're like, well, so much for that first place in the Metro. 3-0 here, 10 minutes into the first period. It's like, I think the Devils kind of packed it in for this game. But what have the Devils shown us all season long? This is a different Devils team. Not only we know how well they play on the road, but what have they been all year? The comeback kids. So can they get it going? Well, Sam's new best friend, Eric Halla, who, you know, ever since Sam had his choice of Devils gifts that he could receive from his ticket provider, he chose the autographed Eric Halla stick. Now, some earlier in the season, maybe would have scoffed at that decision. But let me tell you, it put Eric Halla on this trajectory to where we once thought he would be. And Eric Halla came through, and this was Luke Hughes' first NHL point over here. He gets the puck in the defensive zone, passes it over to Sharon Govich, who immediately then passes it over to Eric Halla, who brings it in for the big monster slap shot, putting it home, top shelf, far side, and woo! That was a torpedo. That was a harpooning torpedo from Eric. Halla harpooned one. That's for damn sure. It was a rocket of a shot, and you saw him go and grab the puck real quick afterwards because, yes, Luke has now got his first NHL point. The Devils down 3-1 going into the second period. That's Halla, his 13th, from Sharon Govich, his 17th, and Hughes' first big slapper at 17:06. Now, going into the second period, you're thinking, okay, maybe. Oh, Mackenzie Blackwood over here on a scrum in front. 1:05 into the second period, Tom Wilson puts a backhander home for a 4-1 Capitals lead, and Lindy saw enough. Lindy's leash, boom, he was pulling it. Blackwood to the bench. And in comes Akira Schmid, who, listen, I think every single one of us have kind of, fallen in love with his play throughout the course of this season. He's been up and down, and every time he's been up, he's been very solid, very poised, and man, is he cool under pressure. A cool cucumber, as they like to say. He doesn't seem like anything bothers him, and man, I know I've said it before many times, does he look big in that net? Even when he goes down into that butterfly, his body is just enormous, and he just takes up that whole entire net. I'm very excited for Akira Schmid in the future with this team. And he made some big saves to keep the Devils in this game and not let it get taken out of hand. And, there was some good stuff going on here. Kevin Ball had a good shot. Jesper Bratt. Oh, man. Darcy Kemper had a strong game as well. There was that sequence. Ball had a shot. Then Bratt follows it up Kemper gets the kick save on that one, and then there's a wide open net for Jack Hughes, and Jensen comes in and blocks the shot. Lazar did some good work on the PK, and then we had an LOL Lazar moment. We know about him eating the burgers off the ice. Maybe someday he'll eat a quick check or a Wawa sub off the ice in New Jersey. But there was a point there on the penalty kill where he blocked a shot up at the point, and his stick just, the twig snapped in half. And he's still playing. The Caps kind of have the Devils pinned in there. And who was it? It was Sandin. Drops his stick in the corner, and Lazar picks it up. He picks up Sandin's stick, which is completely illegal, And Sandin goes nuts and kind of like grabs him in sort of a headlock and wrestles him down. And then Lazar gets up and he drops the gloves. He threw about, maybe 2 or 3 punches. I don't think anything really landed. And then they kind of wrestled down to the ground. But that was the first. I'm trying to think of another time I've seen this. You tell me if you know about this one or not. Both of them got 5 for fighting, but Lazar also got 2 minutes for illegal equipment, picking up another player's stick. I'm sure I have seen that at some point, but I cannot recall another illegal equipment penalty that I've seen in my Devils days, and that one made me chuckle. I've seen very little of Curtis Lazar. Obviously, we all have seen very little of Curtis Lazar in a Devils uniform, but he's always got like a smile on his face, and he just seems to be kind of like one of those goofballs that everyone kind of loves in the locker room and everything like that. And you don't want to see that too often, but I'm not gonna lie, that one made me laugh. There with Curtis Lazar, and he jumped a couple notches on the ladder for me. Just with that moment over there. Illegal equipment penalty. So there you go. And then after that, Devils eventually got a power play, and they put a power play goal home with the PP2 unit over there. At 18:36 of the second period, Devils get down to 4-2, and this was another torpedo, a tuna torpedo coming at you. Dawson Mercer was able to do a cross-ice pass to Tuna, who was, like top of the face-off circle, and boom, he unleashed the cannon. The Tuna torpedo that was headed towards the net, and it got harpooned real quick by Miles Wood, who was screening the goaltender, got a nice little tip there to put it up into the corner of the net. Devils cut the lead down to 4-2 at 18:36 of the second. That's Miles Wood, his 13th. Tuna's 28th assist, Dawson Mercer's 29th. So just remember, Miles Wood, we've all kind of been, a little on the fence with him here, there. Does he come back? Does he not come back? What are they going to do with him? For a guy that's been coming off, the major hip surgery and everything like that. And he had his struggles during the season. Don't get me wrong. But I think he's right around 30 points, for a fourth liner who also missed some games during the season. It's not bad. 13 goals coming off that hip surgery. Maybe some of us, myself included, were too quick to just write him off as he's not going to be on the team next year. Now it's going to have to be at the right price, of course, but I still think there might be something there with Miles Wood. Obviously, Tuna, who's now closer to the 50-point mark, had himself a hell of a season. By the way, Thomas Tatar, I think, is like a plus 42 on the year. So that should tell you something right there. He's just a good hockey player with some good hockey sense, and he seems to be on the ice always at the right time. So Tuna gets his 28th assist. Dawson Mercer gets his 29th. It's a PPG from PP2. Power play unit 2 at 18:36 of the second to get it to 4-2. Now we go into the third period. And once again, the autograph stick that Sam Wu selected, inspired, and is taking Eric Halla to new heights. all right, maybe not new heights. Maybe the heights that we expected from him, because he was so snake bitten throughout this season. There were a number of times where we're like, how did that puck not go into the net? And some of us were getting so frustrated, especially in the beginning of the season when Hall had like 1 or 2 goals, through like the first 3 months of the season. Well, he's finally starting to put a little bit more in the net, getting hot at the right time. Nice to see. Same thing with Miles Wood. Need that secondary scoring. Got to roll all 4 lines in the playoffs. Eric Halla coming in on a breakaway. He gets hooked from behind by John Carlson, and he's trying to go to his backhand, but he completely loses the puck. But Darcy Kemper kind of follows his stick and his body instead. So here's, Halla on this side with Carlson, but the puck is still back over here. Whee! Just kind of gliding right into the net. He completely lost control of it, and it just slides right on by Darcy Kemper for his 14th of the year, his 2nd of the game. Jack Hughes gets his 55th assist on the season, and Jesper Bratt gets his 41st. So now you're getting multiple players. Jack, obviously, who's at, 98? Nico, Jesper Bratt, all up in the 70s. Dougie Hamilton as well, all over 70 points. That doesn't happen very often. I think it's only happened once before, I'll tell you the truth, for a New Jersey Devils team. So the point production this season from all these guys, especially the Triple H monster of Hughes, Hischier, and Hamilton, plus Jesper Bratt. Now you add Timo Meier in there, and you got an uprising Dawson Mercer. Holy hell, man. And then you got the crafty veteran there with Tuna, Thomas Tatar. Man, love seeing this. Devils shorten the lead now to 4-3. And it's not over yet, okay? Because, again, Akira Schmid making some big saves to keep this team in it. The kid's got poise. No fire under pressure. He's just like, bring it on. I'm all good. That coolness reminds me of that young Marty Brodeur, where nothing used to rattle Marty. He was just whatever. On to the next play. Love seeing that from Akira Schmid. To come in cold, off the bench, last game of the season, just getting recalled, what was it, late last night or early today? Come in there on a game that you're already down 4-1, where it's basically like, meh, last game of the season. We know they have a lot to play for, but do they? It's more, statistics with, you want to win that Metro. And to do that, you got to win this game. That's some pressure. Especially coming in cold like that. And Akira Schmid stood the test. And at 12:23 of the third period, we got another harpooning from Hamilton. Another big slapper. His 22nd goal of the season to tie this game up. And we got to give credit to Jesper Boquist, who put in some good, long, hard work on the boards to protect this puck and keep it from getting cleared out of the zone and losing possession. He eventually finds Damon Severson working around, who quickly transitions the puck over to Dougie Hamilton, who unleashes the harpooning Hamilton. Actually, of Kemper by Hamilton. That's what we should say. But his 22nd goal on the year, the most ever by a Devils defenseman. And I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong, because I usually am wrong. I think this is tied for the most goals by a defenseman in the franchise history. That's like Kansas City, Colorado, New Jersey. 22nd goal on the season. And holy hell, do I suck. Because if you go way back when to our season preview, our buddy Billy Dean from the Hockey on Tap podcast, he asked myself and Sam Wu, he says, hey, does Dougie Hamilton over under 55 points? And I said under. You know what? I love it when I'm wrong. I really do. I definitely love it when I'm wrong. I love when these guys prove me wrong. 4-4 Devils. Devils get sorry, I'm just getting some confusing text messages here, but we'll do it. Devils get the point and they get into OT. And there's going to be some massive action over here in overtime. And there was again Akira Schmid standing tall in that goal. Jack Hughes, woo, baby, he was bobbing and weaving. He had one shot between the legs. One of those like, I'm past you, but I'm putting the puck and my stick in between my legs and shooting it that way. Hot damn. This guy is amazing. This guy is amazing with everything he does. And Akira Schmid, again, I got it right here, doesn't get rattled. Save after save under pressure. Holy hell. Jack, that's right. He hit one off the post there near the end of the OT. He was kind of bobbing and was weaving, stick handling through. The defense finds his way to the middle and ka-ting off the post. Now, what happens? We've seen it before where something goes off the post and it turns into a 2-on-1 the other way. It didn't happen this time because the captain, Nico Hischier, got to the puck and he was protecting. And who was it? Was it Carlson that took the penalty there? No, it was Sandin. I'm sorry, it was Sandin. Started hooking the hell out of Nico Hischier. And Nico was just not giving up that puck, and they called a penalty. Devils get a 4-on-3 power play there in OT, but what happens? Right off the face-off. The puck squirts by, and Dougie has to take a tripping call. So they go back to 3-on-3 action, and that is where it happened, my friend. Luke. I wish I had one of those fake Star Wars lightsabers. Because you know what? The Capitals looked like they had like the aim of stormtroopers over there. They were missing everything. And Luke Hughes, woo, baby. He did a nice little toe drag, getting himself into the zone for the initial shot, which got through Darcy Kemper, but it trickled just wide. But don't worry, it's Luke Hughes. He's got the wheels. And he gets the puck, gets the rebound, goes around the net, and he does a wraparound and slams it in and out real quick. OT game winner for his first ever NHL goal. And man, did that bench erupt. He was getting the Gato and chill showers from all the players, especially Eric Hall. It was just dousing him with the OT winner. And man, is the future bright here in New Jersey with Jack, with Luke, and who knows, maybe someday Quinn will come along as well. Devils win 5-4. The comeback kids make it happen one more time. Shots on goal for the Caps, 8-12, 7-4. In OT for a total of 31. Devils, 11, 7, 12, 4. In OT for a total of 34. Face-off percentage, Devils had the advantage, 52% to 48. Power play, Devils were 1 for 2. Caps were 0 for 1. Hits, Devils out-hit the Capitals, 19-16. Didn't think I'd see that. The Capitals had 19 blocks, the Devils had 7. And here we go, only 5 giveaways by the Devils. So they started out pretty sloppy, but boy, did they turn it up. Akira Schmid, Luke Hughes playing some big minutes there, 21 minutes on the night. That's a big difference between being a 7th defenseman, the game prior, and then playing some real deal minutes against some real deal players out there for the Washington Capitals as well. Questions after this? Has Akira Schmid solidified himself as the permanent backup here going into the playoffs behind Vanacek? Can't fault everything on Mackenzie Blackwood, but still, you didn't see the timely save happen at all. And man, Luke, looking good. He's looking good. Does he possibly get a start here or there in the playoffs? I'm not sure that's going to happen, but I definitely don't feel worried about it if it does happen. I feel pretty damn Good. Devils victory to close out the season. OT winner. Second place in the Metro. Most wins ever. Most points ever. Tied their record for most road wins in a season. And they'll be facing off against the arch rival New York Rangers Monday night to kick off the greatest playoffs of any of the sports. The most intense 7-game series every round. No one else is like that. NHL playoffs, there's nothing like it. So we want to know what you think. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch. I see our man Shorts Guy there at the Stage House Tavern. I don't know where the holy Hanneman Sam Wu got himself to. He's probably getting a salad, you know, Mrs. Wu. He's getting himself something healthy.
He had healthy food already.
Not the salad that's just loaded with bacon and ham either. You know, we're gonna the Cobb Bacon Deluxe. That's Sam's favorite salad, doused with ranch dressing everywhere.
With a bunch of wings.
He's eating something healthy right now.
He got the buffalo wing salad with ranch dressing with blue cheese on the side.
Buffalo wing salad. Oh man. But Shorts Guy is here, and we want to get your reactions to this game, especially everything we saw in goal tonight. How much blame do you put on Mackenzie Blackwood? B, what do you think of Akira Schmid?
Blackwood has been this wild enigma this season where he'll play great and then he will look like just absolute trash. You know, I know not everything's to blame for him tonight, but this was his opportunity to solidify himself as the backup for the playoffs. Like, you'd think he would go into this game going, this is my chance to prove that I need to be the guy on the bench going into the playoffs because we're guaranteed to be in the playoffs. I think at one point there were 3 goals let up on 5 shots, which you gotta, if you're not facing a lot of shots, you gotta make that save. And I'll admit, not facing a ton of shots can be difficult. It can be very difficult as a goalie because you can't get into a groove. But he just has not been able to really kind of get into that confident groove that we've needed him to be for most of the season. But then you bring up Akira Schmid, and they pulled him very quickly once that 4th goal went in. It's like, boom, you're out, done.
Yep.
There was a game, Akira Schmid did this, and I'm sure that I'm forgetting things between now and November, but there was a game in early mid-November, around the 12th, where Akira Schmid came in a similar situation, and the Devils wound up winning in overtime. I can't remember who he played, but Akira Schmid seems to be just this unflappable goalie where you can be like, all right, you're in, boom, and then he's lights out. He's the type of guy I want on my bench in the playoffs going forward because that's the type of goaltender you need if the ship goes sideways and you need someone to give you that stalwart goaltending effort to potentially win you the game. Maybe not start the next game, but to at least win you that game, or at least to get you out of that game relatively close. That's the guy you want in the playoffs. So as far as I'm concerned, Akira Schmid has solidified himself as number 2. And I've felt that for a very long time at this point. Blackwood had so much potential, and he still does. It may not be with us. He's got this skill that just comes in spurts, and I want to say mostly it's a mental thing with him. It's not the physical skill, because we've seen the physical skill. It's great. But the boneheaded decisions he makes sometimes, it's not good. But he's not gotten a lot of reps in games. And that has a lot to do with how well you're going to play. If you're not playing consistently, you're not going to get into that groove as well. So it's like half of one, 6 to the other. It's a tough spot to be in that backup role with his injuries and coming off of long stretches of not playing, and then you've got 2 guys playing better than you, more consistent than you in front of you, and you kind of have to take that opportunity, and you can't have an off game when you have that opportunity in front of you, and he had an off game tonight. This was his opportunity to solidify number 2, and I think Akira Schmid solidified himself as number 2 by coming in and doing what he did tonight.
And, like you were saying, sometimes it's hard for a goalie to get into a groove, when they don't have as many shots like that. How hard is it for a goalie to get into a groove coming in cold off the bench after you just got called up?
That's a different kind of mental fortitude. That's someone that prepares, someone that mentally prepares to start a game knowing you're going to start it on the bench. That's a mental side of the game that someone who really wants to, I don't want to say someone that really wants to play, because I'm sure Mac Black really wants to play, but that's a special skill to where I'm going to assume, now not knowing what goes on in the locker room, I'm going to assume Akira Schmid prepares the same way for every single game, whether he's starting or not. And that also means that you're sitting there on the bench paying attention. And if you see who's in front of you starting to play well, you should, as someone in Akira Schmid's position, you're watching the game a little bit more closely. You're watching what's unfolding. You're watching how they break out. You're watching how they're coming into the zone. You're watching what they do. And you're already mentally preparing yourself to go into that game. That's professionalism right there. Akira Schmid's got this level of professionalism to come into that situation. But that's also, but that includes the off-ice stuff. You've paid attention in the pregame meeting. You know who their guys are. You know how their systems are. You know what to expect. And you've prepared yourself in these meetings knowing you're not starting, but as you are starting. And that shows a lot about the way Akira Schmid is.
And we have an update from our obviously very credible news source, Ronaldo, here on the YouTube Live. Apparently, Mackenzie Blackwood was left at the Greyhound bus station in Baltimore by the team and just...
Okay, stop right there. You're assuming the Devils are taking a bus from DC. That's a dumb. That's a
well,
dumb
no. I didn't say they were. I said Mackenzie Blackwood was taking the Greyhound bus.
No, it's
just jokes. Thank you, Ronaldo, for the quick wit. I love it. That's very nice.
I feel for Mac Black because he's in a tough spot. He's had a lot of injuries, and it's difficult to come back from injuries because I've done that before myself. He's in a tough spot. At one point he was the heir apparent. He was the heir apparent at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fallen so far from that grace, and now you have to. That's why I keep thinking with Mac Black, it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. The combination of the mental impact of the injuries and just the mental impact of him playing the game. I think it's just. That's really what he needs to work on as a goaltender. And it's easy for me to say from, sitting here on the sides, but, at least I do have a little bit of experience with the position and know what it's like. I mean, not at the NHL level. I should have been last year, but, that's another story for another day. Everyone else got a chance. But it's the position is a lot. There's a lot of mental games to that position. Because that's one of those positions where you're alone. I mean, you're one of six on the ice from your team, but you're really isolated and you're really alone at times. And you know that your mistake means that your team is potentially down 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. You got to have the mental fortitude to be able to get through it, and maybe that's something that they're working on. He just doesn't have yet, but because he's got the physical skills, they're there. You just got to get the mental skills under control.
And very nice, Max. I will say that the Devils won't win the Stanley Cup because, as you pointed out, and I pointed out, I love getting proved wrong, and I love them proving me wrong over so many things over this season that I said through my oh-so non-expert analysis. So I'll throw that out there as well, and we'll just roll with that, saying that they'll prove me wrong on it. So, and Ronaldo, thank you for the super chat. Woo! Much appreciated. Keep coming with the jokes because you're making us look funny. Felix, I was gonna throw that out there too. They gave him a bus ticket like Metallica gave Dave Mustaine when they kicked him out of the band.
Oh man. I've ridden a bus from DC to Jersey, from DC to Newark specifically, It's a long
Oh,
trip.
boy.
It's a long trip, and a lot of times that I've done it,
I've done one from Boston to Jersey. That was a long one too.
Oh, you want to talk about long bus trips? I've done Jersey to Newark to Columbus. That's a
Woo,
trip. That's
man.
we left midnight, and I returned home. I left midnight Saturday to Sunday, so Saturday, Sunday into midnight, and I got home Monday morning, 7 a.m. Oh yeah, 10 hours each way on the bus, drinking most of the way.
Did you have your goalie equipment like Blackwood's gonna have?
I did not. I just had a lot of beer, and it was cold. Columbus sucks. It was a good time. It was a a lot of things I can't really discuss right now, but it was a trip. It was a trip. Let's put it that way.
Oh man, Wyatt's got Elizabeth, New Jersey to Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oof.
Woo!
Morgantown.
All right, everyone, start putting in your horrible bus trips into the chat here. Who can top this one to Columbus and to West Virginia? I guess maybe mine wasn't as bad going Jersey to Boston, but it wasn't fun.
I got friends that did 20 hours on a bus in Brazil.
Oh man, in Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's a different story over there.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Oh, but hey, you know what? I have the true statement for you. There's no true statement that I'm going to give you right now, Scotty. The Rangers suck.
Very nice.
Oh man, we're gonna have a good time in American Whiskey next week with the Devils Rangers playoff series. This is the series I wanted. I hope it doesn't bite me in the ass, but this is the playoff series I wanted. I know it's gonna be a difficult series going forward, and there's probably gonna be a little bit of a emotional letdown for whoever wins. It's one of those things where it's. Let's just go into it right now. Let's just start the playoffs like this right now and just get it over with. I'm looking forward to Devils Rangers next week. That is for sure. And I
am too.
I heard you mention Monday. Is Monday officially when we start or just the playoffs start?
I believe that's when we will be playing. I guess now we're gonna finally find out, but I do believe that the Devils will be playing on Monday night.
I'm surprised at that. I'm surprised. I figured that they would have had something like Boston. I figured they would have had like Boston Islanders and then Tampa Toronto on the first night, and then us, Rangers, Carolina, and the Panthers on the second night. So
Devils Rangers is going to be that's huge. That's just huge no matter what.
It's huge, but
hell, it took over a couple episodes of Seinfeld in its heyday. It did.
It's huge,
huge rivalry.
But Boston is like the darling of the league this season because of how well they've played. Like they're going to want to premiere. I figured that they would want to premiere that their darling of the league on Monday with the opening day. I just did a quick search online. I was really hoping that there would be a schedule out by now because I'm trying to figure out my week next week based on the playoffs, but nothing yet.
Yeah, and we got to give some shouts here. By the way, so Mark, our friend from Switzerland, Dave Mustaine is the leader of Megadeth, and yes, he was in Metallica back in the very, very early days. You can look up that story over there. And yes, Michael B., Dave is the man. I love Dave. I was always a big Megadeth fan. Joseph Lanham, Texas to Detroit bus trip.
That's got me beat. That's got me beat.
Andy's got New York to Central Virginia. Nate, thank you. Or it's Nathan Dewey. There we go. Nathan Dewey. Yeah, I think that's it. Nathan Dewey. Thank you for the super chat. And he had Franklin Lakes, New Jersey to Cleveland, Ohio.
Oof. That's right there in mine.
Max had Central New Hampshire to Lehigh University.
That's a good one too. That's a long.
JP had Pittsburgh to Philadelphia to see the Stones. Very nice, man.
That's a good 6 hours.
I'd do that to go see the old Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know about, Stone still put on a good show. What
I'm
can
sure
you
you'd
say?
still go. I'm sure I'd still go. My dad saw them back in the late 90s.
I'd go. I remember, you know what? I actually had tickets. My dad had tickets to, I don't remember when it was. It was like in 99 or 2000 or something like that. And he's like, you want to go with me to see the Stones at Giant Stadium?
Was it raining?
And I was like, no, Dad. I was like, the hell with the Rolling Stones. I'm like, I want to go see one of your bands, Dad.
All right, we gotta give a shout out to Max. Max, super chat. Most wins in Devils history, Bucks, trademarked. then super chat.
Sam, this is what happened. This is what happens when you leave for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
you already did.
Yeah, we covered this.
Mrs.
we've
Wu
already
said
done
we
all
didn't
this.
do it.
Mrs. Wu said we didn't do it? I thought we did this, Scotty.
Mrs. Wu's just trying to mess with you, I think.
Yeah.
For not eating the salad.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
No,
it is,
he ate
Sam
healthy.
Wu.
He ate culturally healthy today.
The extra bacon Cobb
Did we do
salad
this?
that you ordered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yes.
We got Ronaldo
we
too.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Ronaldo. Oh, yeah, Ronaldo's told us some jokes, too. We have some good Ronaldo jokes. He was the one who told us that the quick update, Sam. Well, I don't know if you heard or not, but the Devils left Mackenzie Blackwood at the Greyhound bus station in Baltimore, and he's got to find his way back like that.
Oh, and you got Nate Dowie as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I just want to make sure they they get double the attention then.
No, we're getting we're
I think Sam. I think Mrs. Wu is messing with you.
seriously. Scotty's a professional here.
Oh.
We're not, but he is.
Okay. Yeah. I just get up and leave the set.
Well, you had emergency things to do.
Yeah.
There was an emergency salad you had to go eat.
Yeah.
He had to go eat an
Yeah.
emergency salad. It was break
Yeah.
glass for salad. That's
Yeah,
what we did.
salad.
He broke the glass
I
for
will
the
say,
salad.
I like this this new camera angle that you got over here with the Stagehouse
I
Tavern.
think
Well,
this is
Tom,
neon sign in the back.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Tom asked
said,
for it.
Yeah, Tom wants this big
He
sign
wants the
in the
sign.
back. Stagehouse Tavern.
Because we're here.
Yeah.
We might be here in the playoffs, too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we've heard.
You know what else I love? I love all the electrical tape that you have up on the wall to hang up the banner.
It's gaffer's
That's
tape.
It's
It's gaffer's tape.
that's
Because he gave me nothing else. He gave me nothing else to hang stuff up with. I'm only working with what I have. And what I have is a roll of tape.
Well, you know what, Max? I'll mention you 3 times now, Max, in the super chats. The Ranger Bucks.
Oh yeah, and we got some requests for some T-shirts here.
Oh yeah.
T-shirts, Rangers suck T-shirts.
I
'Cause I
think
got
Mark.
'em.
I don't know, Mark. That's our boy Mark from Switzerland over here. He wants to. Why don't you grab? Which ones do you have? Why don't you grab them and show them to the camera just so everyone
Yeah,
can see?
give me a
Yeah,
moment,
grab-
give me a
yeah,
moment.
grab
All
one
right.
each.
Why don't you get off the stage and let me take over? So what
All
did I
right,
miss?
Sam, we heard.
So what did
Well,
I miss?
we went over a lot of the goaltending with Shorts guy over here. You know, the Mackenzie Blackwood kind of faltering here in the early going, and Kira Schmid coming in cool as a cucumber. How about you? I know, Sam, you really like to talk about the defense. What did you see from the defense, especially? Well, we know in the first period they were very sloppy, but then they kind of cleaned up their act. You know what? Actually, we should ask you, what did you see of the defense from Luke Hughes?
I think he got more confident as the game went along. Luke Hughes, the first game, he had the jitters, first time out on the ice, NHL ice like that. But I'll tell you, Luke, he's going to be a stud, Scotty. He's going to be a stud. I think Luke, I don't want to overhype him because defense. He's been compared to Cale Makar. I don't think that's fair. I think he's just Luke Hughes. And you know what? The pedigree's there. He's definitely learned from his 2 older brothers, both Jack and Quinn, and it's going to serve him well. And he is an environment that nurtures young players. And I think that's where Lindy Ruff did a great job because being a veteran coach he is, he knew how to push their buttons, when to be hard on them, but also when to nurture them. Still don't really understand why. Well, actually, I shouldn't even. Maybe Mackenzie Blackwood should have started today. He simply didn't get the job done. But at the same time, the Devils' defense was a little bit sloppy early on, very tentative. But as soon as they got in the groove and they got their mojo, then boom, they took over.
Yep.
And they were fortunate enough to win the game in overtime. So kudos to the Devils for coming back. You can only control what you can control. Carolina, hats off to them. They had one
They
lousy.
took care of their business.
They had one more lousy shootout goal than the Devils, essentially.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. But you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant to be. But you know what? The Devils.
Or maybe this is what's meant to be.
Yeah. Devils Rangers.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this. So, Scotty, I got my shirts here.
Yeah, let's see them.
All right, so in stock and available right now, we have this first one. It says "Believe" with the Devils logo in it. Sam cannot
Very
zoom in,
nice.
but that's okay. We've got this shirt, which is a true statement and also a public service announcement for everyone in the crowd. That it says simply, "The Rangers suck." It's a public service
Very
announcement.
nice.
And in very limited quantities, also a public service announcement.
What is it, Shopping Network?
It is. It's QVC.
LGD Shopping. I got
Exactly.
3 red T-shirts here,
And-
going for $20.
Here's another. And if you listen to the internet, here's another true statement, and it simply just says, "I hate Sam Wu."
Yeah, apparently we ripped off some wrestler, too. Somebody is accused.
Yeah, well, whatever. I didn't rip off a wrestler. I know what I ripped off with that shirt, and it wasn't a wrestler.
Yeah.
But because you know what, I hate and Scotty, I was wearing my "I hate Sam Wu" shirt earlier today in the crowd, and everyone's like, "Who's Sam Wu?" And I pointed to him. And they look at me like, "He looks like a nice guy." I'm like, "Yeah, well, he doesn't pay very well," and I just walked away.
Yeah, I called him a jerk, too.
Yeah, and
Just
I
to-
called Sam a jerk. It was good. It was all
It's
friendly,
like-
friendly banter.
It's like you try to get paid in Woo Bucks and see how you feel about it.
All right, dead air. Love it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you guys disappeared there for a second. Now you're back.
Did, yeah. Should I turn him down?
Yeah,
I'll go turn it
I'll do it. You know, you stay
All right,
here.
no, I'm
I'll
staying
do
here.
it.
Sam's
Yeah.
going to go do something because I screwed stuff up. I turned up speakers, trying to get the crowd a little bit better.
Oh,
noise.
okay.
Yeah, just trying to make it a little bit louder. If it's too loud, you're too old. But
Well,
Sam
those
doesn't
are
get
all
it.
great shirts. Where can anyone who wants it get some of these T-shirts?
So I've got my site going, and I will throw that into. I guess I can throw them into the chats right now.
Yeah,
my-
throw them into the YouTube chat, the Facebook chat, everywhere that we
Absolutely,
can.
absolutely. So let me get this going here. You think I'd be prepared with this, but let's bring this up here. Yeah, so I have a store. I can do online orders. If we're looking for international orders, you probably should reach out to me on the side because I'll have to do some international shipping things. But SG, where is my link? Here it is. SGapparel.bigcartel.com. And I will get this going. So yeah, so I can ship anywhere within the U.S. and I will ship. If we need to ship internationally, I could do that as well. We're just gonna talk on the side, but let me get this going here. Boom. But yeah, Ranger Suck shirts. So if anyone's looking for Ranger Suck shirts, now would be the time to order to get it for next week. If not, come to American Whiskey and get them there live and in person. Yeah, trying to work at the same time of live podcasting doesn't always work here. What do you got, Sammy? Another super chat?
Mostly crazy
Yeah,
all the
most-
time.
Nice.
Taking care of my Woo Buck fines. Thank you. Mostly crazy because I do get fined a lot in Woo Bucks. You
Yeah,
know?
we get fined all the time.
Yeah, every time Ryan Graves does something, every time Timo Meyer does something, you know, anytime I'm singing, it's usually I get fined in Blue Bucks.
Speaking of singing, you know what you missed tonight, Scotty? You
Boy.
missed Arlette singing, and on the fly, Arlette put the mic in my face and requested a duet with me. Yeah, total eclipse
There
of the
might be
heart.
some serious fines. for
Total eclipse of the heart with me as Arlette's duet.
that. Oh boy.
There's a reason why she sings and I just scream.
Yeah.
There's a big reason, and we proved it tonight. But I will say this: I she gave me the mic, and I went with it, and we had a good time. I will say that we had a really good time doing it. It was definitely a lot of fun with Arlette here. She's a phenomenal singer. She sang in between periods. It was just so much fun. So Scotty, that's one of the things when you're out east again is we got to do something here with Arlette. It's a ton of fun. I should be fined pretty heavily in WooBucks for the way that I sang tonight, though. That's pretty much the bottom line. Is that I should be
You know who
fined.
called? You know who called?
Who called?
The National Enquirer. I sent them, uploaded that video.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
Good,
the front
good,
page tomorrow in the National Enquirer.
All right.
Shorts guy singing.
A duet with Arlette.
Yeah,
Ruining
duet.
Arlette's duet.
Yeah, pretty
Shorts
much.
guy ruins Arlette's duet. That's basically what it should be.
Max is saying that's minus 10,000 WooBucks for doing that. So,
it should be. It really should be. Yeah, it was not good. But hey, I did it. I stood up and I did it. It was not planned. It was. You know what?
There is a recording of it.
There is a recording of it that I'm going to watch, and I've already been asked for that recording a couple times. So,
Yeah.
people are annoyed they missed it as well. So,
Also, oh my goodness, saying
Listen,
that
I got you, babe.
that would have been pretty bad. That definitely would have been bad.
Very nice, Supernova. Yeah, that would have been something. Because, listen, we got to thank Arlette for having us and hosting us.
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
And for coming on and singing and everything else. But that kind of takes the cake, as we also get classic Shorts guy singing highlights now forever and ever
Yeah.
immortalized. So, yeah.
Hey, at least I had the stones to do it.
And Pete Canarosi was here.
Pete Canarosi was here. Yeah,
Organist
absolutely.
Pete was here. He was like, "You're playing my music. This is great."
Yeah.
And Adam Hamway, the PA announcer, was here as well. Very nice guy. Very nice
Absolutely.
guy. Hanging out with him.
My coworker, we both work at Sirius XM, and we weren't really sure until we saw each other. Like, oh yeah, I remember you, because we kind of work at two different departments. He's over in talk, I'm in music, so our worlds cross paths every now and then, but not all the time. So, I got to give kudos to Adam as well. Like, he does a great job, with all those goal calls and just, the announcements of the teams and the names and everything like that. There's definitely a professionalism to it that he brings, and I think it just makes a world of difference in that game experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that he does a really good job with it, and glad that he's on board. And I know that he's really enjoying it as well. And he was telling us some cool things off the air that he's possibly planning for over the summer and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty
Maybe
cool.
some goal calls and stuff. Yeah, so really looking forward to that, and just happy as hell that he's on the team over there.
Oh yeah, he's having a lot of fun. Follow his Twitter account. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Let's see here. At Adam Hamway on Twitter. You can see a lot of his clips and all that stuff there.
Do we have the T-shirt link? I think we're still waiting for the T-shirt link here in the YouTube chat.
It just went to the YouTube chat. I had to figure some stuff out. I had to take some shirts away, add some shirts to a good one. So that's the YouTube chat. I'll bring up the Facebook chat as well. So it's going in there. So if anyone wants to order that, if you order it, what is today? Friday?
Today is Thursday. Thursday.
Almost Friday. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you order it today, I'll try to get out in the mail tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. But.
Max. Breaking news. Shorts guy ruins New Jersey Devils superstar Arlette's rendition of Total Eclipse of the Heart now to Scotty in his
true.
Beverly Hills bunker.
It's
with
true.
Moore.
I will not deny that I ruined Arlette's duet tonight.
Do we need a game update?
Can we get a football call of that?
Man, that's just that clip is going to surface at some point on this podcast, and it's never going to go away, and that's fine with me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good with that. I have no problem with that.
Probably this Sunday when we're all together again.
Speaking of this Sunday, we got to make playoff picks this Sunday. We have to
We'll
make
have to make some playoff picks.
And we got the Hockey on Tap guys want to make some playoff picks too. So I'm thinking we might need to get everyone together for playoff picks on Sunday. And I'm talking everyone on the network. Vinny, Nick, Hockey on Tap, everyone.
Wyatt. Shorts guy has been demoted to capri pants guy.
Flood pants. Kind of like the guy in the jet. Like the guy in front of the jet with the flood pants.
Oh man.
That
is too good.
Oh, my feet are soaked, but my cuffs are bone dry.
Oh man.
Stupid flood pants.
Well, I know that I'm definitely looking forward to these playoffs, and I'm definitely looking forward to this team playing well, and excited about not only, of course, our younger talent who are showing up. Obviously all the hype around Luke and Jack and Nico and Jesper really taking off, but a lot of these veterans as well. We talked about it in the recap. Miles Wood, finally playing better. Finally looking like the old Miles Wood. And I know, Sam, you've talked about him many times, and a lot of us gave him a lot of crap throughout the season, but Eric Hall has been there throughout. And he's finally really starting to, get into the standard Eric Hall mode that we have been expecting. And is there really any better time than right now going into the playoffs for him? We want to see Palat kind of he got the night off. I think I forgot to mention that Palat got the night off tonight, resting him up. But if we could get, we get Miles Wood going here. You get Hall going. If you could get Palat going, at that playoff Palat type of pace, that really adds a formidable amount of scoring and depth on this team that, not very many teams are going to be able to stand up to.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were trying to figure out this link. This link for this T-shirt.
I put the T-shirt link in the chat.
He put it twice, but it's not.
It's not showing up because I guess I don't comment enough on our own podcast for my comments to show up. Maybe I got to send a super chat to myself.
Yeah, so you can send me an email.
There it is. It should have gone out now.
All right. There we go.
Look at that. I can't comment on my own podcast YouTube chat. What the hell is this? I blame the producer. I blame the producer.
Yeah, that's what I always do.
Yeah, well.
And
I blame Beer Brown.
Killichter, I think.
There, I pinned it.
There.
I pinned it.
Pinned it. Boom. There it is.
There you go.
I feel like the Tar has been playing hot the entire time. I feel like he's been, like we talked about, I think he's finishing the season here at a plus 42.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 42. That is,
Tatar's
they
got
said it before the game. You think he's third? That's the third highest plus minus in Devils history. That's a Devils team. That's including. That's not like these recent teams. That's including Scott Stevens.
Yeah.
Scott Niedermayer. Like those. Just if you can be in the same area of those two guys in plus minus, that is really saying something
wild
about your all-around gameplay.
Yeah. We were talking about this earlier on Game Day Live. Scott, I don't know if you have the same feeling, but this has been such a good season. But it feels like it's been a sneaky good season. Like it's like all these records have just snuck up on us. It's like we've watched this game, we've watched this team for 82 games. But all of a sudden we're looking at these records like Tomas Tatar, third all time in plus minus. Jack's got 99 points. The highest points total for the Devils, the most wins, the most road wins, whatever. I feel like that we've watched this team all season, but it's still, here we are at Game 82, we're like, holy crap, where'd all this come from?
Yeah.
And again, and I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it again, all of us would have been happy with the final wild card spot if in October we were told, would you take the final wild card spot right now? We all would have said absolutely.
Yep. Sign me up.
Sign me up. And here we are, second in the Metro, top of the league, top 5 in the league. And just
top three. That's it.
I know.
It's just Boston and Carolina.
And then
Carolina got us by 1 point.
It's like, holy crap. Like, we would have taken the final wild card spot in October. But here we are, where we are. We're playing with house money. And part of me thinks, like, this team is, and don't take this the wrong way, but this team is too young and dumb to realize that we're going into the playoffs and we're supposed to be an outlier. And I think that's going to be our benefit. They're just going to go in and be like, all right, whatever. We're just going to go play a game.
I knew losing the Flyers in the first game season is going to cost us the division. I was thinking about that.
You were not thinking about
At Chickies
that.
and Pete's.
Sam, you were not thinking about that.
At Chickies and Pete's, I was like, that just cost us the division.
You were not thinking that.
Got to win those games early and pad those points.
Early and often? Win them early and often?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
And, yeah. So I think with the assist tonight, right? I think, Nico Hischier broke 80 points.
That's great. Again, like sneaky good seasons for everybody. It's
Dougie got to 74. I think Jesper, he just
Jesper's
missed
up there?
last year's total, right? He's at 72. No, I think he got an assist tonight too. So I think he's at 73. So I think that's right where he was last year as well.
Yeah, it's. I'm going to say if it wasn't for Boston, that we'd be getting talked about a lot more than we are. And we have one of the biggest turnarounds in NHL history from season to season. It's incredible what we've done this season. And
I almost forgot about that. We do.
Yeah.
We had the biggest turnaround. We broke that record.
We broke that record. Biggest turnaround.
Breaking
Holy
records.
hell, I forgot to mention that.
Again, this is a sneaky. But this is the season. It's sneaky good. It's like we've watched this team all season, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, with this. Oh, wait, there's another record we just broke too. It's like, holy crap! Like we're not really. I have a feeling that this season's going to sink in. When it's all over, we're going to sit back and go, holy crap, this is, kind of like you asked, like, is this one of the best seasons of all time? When all is said and done, whenever the playoff ends, we're going to sit back and go, yeah, this is absolutely one of the best of all time. And it's going to take some time to realize that, because we're just watching it, enjoying it, because we're not, part of it is probably because we're not even supposed to be here. We're not even supposed to be here today.
Yep.
It's just, but it's really that, like, we're not supposed to be here, and I think that's why it's so sneaky for us, because we're just like, yeah, this is great, but we're not really taking in the impact of what it really is that we're doing because of that.
Yeah. And think about it too. Someone like Dawson Mercer is only going to get better, and he was at 56 points this year. Imagine he's going to be up in your 60s to 70s next year. Tatar. Was he finishing with 48 or 49? I mean, he just barely under 50. Haller ended up breaking 40 points.
Yeah.
And
he couldn't hit the net. He could not hit the net 3 months ago.
Yeah, he couldn't buy a goal.
No.
Even though open nets, he was just shooting them like right over the top. Like it was just
what Shorts guy would do when he skates out. You can ask the Hockey on Tap guys; they've seen it.
With 41. Yeah,
it's crazy.
But you think about that, and you think about our pipeline of prospects that we have coming as well. Like this isn't going to stop.
No,
this isn't going to stop. And these guys are just entering their prime. I don't even know what you want to consider primes anymore.
Yeah,
Jack's only 21.
We've got. The front office has
maybe like 24 to 29, 24 to 30. It's like your prime years, I would think.
Jack, and here's Jack doing this now at 21. It's like, holy crap! What is his ceiling? It's like it's almost scary to think, what is his ceiling? And we have him locked up for such a cheap price for years.
And Sam Wu said it. Sam Wu said it a couple months ago. He's like, Jack Hughes in his prime has the potential to be a 60-60 player.
My God. It's going to be insane what Jack is going to do. And it's like now the front office has so much work they have to do this summer because all these players have turned it on towards the end. It's like, who do you resign? Who do you let go? Like, how do you get these guys and fit them under the cap? Like, we actually have a very good problem. It's a crappy problem because someone's going to go. But we have this problem where we have all these players that we have to resign. But they're all good, solid, quality players. And then Luke Hughes, there were people wondering if it was going to be worth it him playing these two games, and I'm going to say it was worth him playing these two games because he stepped up in these two games. Like, holy crap, winning tonight in overtime. This is going to be weird. I feel like I'm jumping off a ledge saying this, but we got to get used to this team being this good. We're not used to it, but we have to get used to it.
Yeah.
This is just going to be us going forward.
And kudos to Lindy Ruff,
Oh my gosh.
from
Oh yeah.
Ariel. We are the youth gone wild. That's a good one. Yeah, we have to get some Skid Row going for that.
Skid Row,
Um,
yes.
But no, kudos to Lindy Ruff, and again, kudos to Sam Wu, because I know last New Year's Eve, when this team was really struggling, not this year, the prior, I was just like, he's got to go now. He needs to be gone. And Sam Wu went out on a limb, and boy, did he catch a lot of heat. We all know Sam is the greatest heel in the history of hockey Twitter, but he caught a lot.
And
of
now
heat
Reddit.
for
Now
saying-
Reddit.
And Reddit. Oh, we forgot to say that. And Reddit as well. And by the way, we have no idea who Sam's. There it is. I hate Sam Wu so much that he got his own T-shirt.
Yep.
By the way, we don't know who Sam's super fan is. By the way, that is not. We swear it is not a Sam Wu burner account, because as you can see, Sam Wu has barely enough time to run his own Twitter and these shows over here. So just wanted to throw that out there. But yes, Sam is the greatest heel on hockey Twitter and Reddit.
Absolutely.
And he went out there and he said, we should stick with Lindy Ruff. And everyone killed him for it. Just slaughtered him on the socials.
Can I add?
What? You don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. And even I didn't call them names, but I disagreed with them as well. Once again, proving me wrong. I love it. Keep proving me wrong. But got to give kudos to Coach Ruff for pushing all the right buttons, keeping this team motivated, keeping them focused. They're a young club. It's hard to do. And just pushing all the right buttons and keeping them going in the right direction. Go ahead, Sam. I know you wanted to say something.
Well, I just also want to say I did do a blog on it on pucksandpitchforks.com, and then 0-2 at the beginning of the season. I wanted to quadruple down, and I wish I had a recording of the conversation that Nick Villano and I had after they went 0-2, and I was really tripling and quadrupling down with Lindy Ruff.
Fire Lindy?
Yeah.
Wait, Fire Lindy? Remember that? Fire Lindy?
Yeah.
Fire Lindy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would we be here today if we would have fired Lindy? Yeah, so whoever was chanting, for everyone chanting that at the home opener, that would have been the wrong move.
Yeah, and Nick was I remember Nick was begging me because it got pretty bad on social media that
Oh yeah, he's like, don't say anything.
No one's going to listen to us anymore if you keep on doing this. And then on the 13-game winning streak, I took victory laps on Twitter.
Samu keeps receipts.
I literally
Samu keeps the receipts.
I literally said this tweet did not age well. This tweet did not age well. I probably did that about 200 times.
Oh man, yeah, I'll call myself out. Like I said, not this last New Year, but the one before. Before we're this team that we are this year. I said Lindy needed to go. I said the home run pass, that they were trying to do, all those outlet passes, they were just turnover after turnover after turnover after turnover, and it wasn't working. Mm-hmm. Whatever the hell they did in this offseason, I don't know what it is. I know they changed some of those assistant coaches up, and maybe that had a big thing to do with it. But this team, the system, really, really works for them.
Yep.
I don't know if they just finally figured out how to use their speed correctly and how to get into the open lanes and take advantage of certain things. I don't know if it was just some of these kids turning into men and not being a little timid out on the ice. Whatever it is, they took that step and they ran with this system, and it's been working. I mean, hell, most points ever in a season, most wins ever in a season. Yep. And the goaltending, too, is a big part of it. Let's not forget that.
Yep. Yeah. Goaltending is huge, and I think these kids finally kind of bought into what they needed to do, and they had to grow up a little bit. But I think bringing in Burnett as the assistant coach, that was huge, because look what he did with the Panthers last year. The Panthers were insane.
Also, I got a text from Chico Resch, Devils Hockey Network fan favorite.
Friend of the podcast.
Friend of the podcast. Couldn't have written a better script. It's been that way all season long.
Yeah.
Chico Resch.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Couldn't have finished better. And now we're going into the first round of the playoffs against our arch rivals. Next week's going to be insane. And
it's going to be insane.
I cannot wait for that schedule to drop so I can finally plan my week next week. I want to have a damn band practice, but I can't figure out when I'm going to have it because of the Devils playoff hockey. Holy crap. And the worst part is my guitarist is a Ranger fan. Speaking of next week at Devils Rangers, we may do a live podcast video. I don't know what we're going to call it, but I might just get together with Billy Dean from Hockey on Tap and just watch the game with him and just live stream him and I making fun of each other the whole game. What do we got?
Art of Pimpin'. Man. Super chat extraordinaire over there. Holy hell.
Oh, hold on a sec.
Sam's got to bring it up.
Wow, the art of pimping. Great
Holy
coverage
crap.
all years, guys.
Holy
to the
crap.
playoffs.
Thank you, Art of Pimpin'.
Hey. I just texted you guys in the group chat. Just ignore that. Just ignore that. Keep
Art
going.
of Pimpin', man.
Art of
Wow.
pimping.
I do
Thank
too.
We really
you.
did not have to do that, but we
No,
thank
but
you
we
and
appreciate that a big
that.
time.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody.
Yeah, seriously. Now,
Just wow.
so, Scotty, now we just got to wait for the accounting department to actually, dole it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, accounting department. where's the accounting department?
Let's hope
He was
that's
out. He
not
was
beer
out.
on that.
No, he was actually here tonight.
No, I said accounting department, not and crew.
Actually, our accountant was actually here.
I know our
tonight,
accountant was
right
here.
there.
I
He
know
was
our
talking-
accountant was here.
He was talking to Adam Hamway the entire
Yeah,
time.
Yeah. So we really found it funny. Our accountant was here, and the address for Stagehouse Tavern is 1099 Route 22.
Yeah.
Perfect for tax season. 1099.
1099.
1099.
There you
That's,
go, look at that.
that's all we're gonna get is we're gonna get 1099 by the Let's Go Devils podcast
Yeah.
for all these super chats. we're getting.
Eastbound side. Eastbound.
That's right, and two. That's .000000001 in Woobucks.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
Ramona's happy.
Oh, so who had 5-4?
man.
Did anyone have 5-4 in their predictions? I know I did.
Yeah,
Oh.
we should get to some.
Oh, yeah.
Who versus Woo.
Yeah. I got
Sam
the-
Wu was way off at 12-0. Sam Wu said 12-0. Way off. I said 4-1.
Yeah, Art of Pimpin'. By the way, Art of Pimpin', I hope you come out to one of these games, one of these playoff games. I can't recall exactly if you're in the New Jersey area over there, but I hope you come out to American Whiskey so we can
Seriously.
we can we can
come out
buy you
to
some beers.
Yeah, seriously. We'll buy a beer, Art of Pimpin', at American Whiskey next week when we're there, because we're going to be there whenever they release this damn schedule. What's the holdup? Really, just release the damn schedule. Like, tomorrow's games don't matter.
Oh, you're in
playing-
Colorado. Okay.
Oh, well. All right, we'll figure that out somehow. We should do a
Well, maybe Cup Finals. We'll see.
well, we could. We should do a road trip to our Colorado next year.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Well, it's easy for you. It's like a 2-hour flight.
Yeah, I've been to Denver once. I didn't go to really any games. I went there for a concert thing that I had to work. I was at the Broncos Stadium. It was pretty nice, but I would love to go over, check out an Avs game or maybe a Mets Rockies game or something like that. I'd love to do that.
I went out there in April, I went out there mid-April for a soccer match, and it was a blizzard.
Oh boy.
There was a blizzard, to the point where like they had to shovel off the lines in the field, and I still wore shorts to the game.
Get that. Of course you did.
Believe it or not, I still wore shorts to the game. It was a blizzard.
Oh man, the
yeah.
Blitzer helicopter for pimping. That's just gonna come pick you up.
Well, a couple more super chats like that, we might be able to get our private jet.
Yeah. Not really, but yeah.
I mean, a couple.
Once Sam converts it to Woo Bucks, then it'll make all the difference.
Yeah, we got to
and
get
then
one of
that'll
those
be
Woo
fine.
Bucks. We'll have Ann Cruz's wife build us a jet, because I'm sure she can.
Yes.
We got a pilot too. We
oh.
got a pilot.
We do?
Jeremy. Yeah, the one that did the NJ logo.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We do have a
okay.
pilot. Yeah, that's true. All right, so we got a pilot. We just got to get Ann Cruz's wife to build a jet, and then we're good to go.
Yeah.
Man, that's a hell of a lot better than a bus to Columbus, Ohio,
Oh
right?
God, you have no idea. You have no idea. I got off that bus Monday morning at 7 a.m. and cracked the beer. I was like, well, I'm not working today anyway, so let me just start drinking.
Who was? I think it was Joseph Landon said Texas to Detroit. That's whoa boy.
It's a trip.
Oof. That might be the winner on the worst bus trip survey over there. Texas to Detroit.
Texas
Oh,
to Detroit's
man.
a long one.
Just even going through Texas in general takes a long time.
I flew there over the summer. It's like you can be in that state and have a 3-hour flight and still be in that state. It's wild how big that state is.
The worst one to drive through was Oklahoma. That was the most. There was just flat and nothing.
I gotta imagine
like ever.
I gotta imagine just like Kansas. Kansas has got to be the same way, just flat and nothing. Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, all got to be the same thing. Just flat, an occasional crossroad, and then flat and corn. Just lots of corn.
Oklahoma was nothing. When I was driving across country from Jersey to Cali, we came down that little bit more southern route, and we went through Oklahoma, and it was just like, are we still in this state? Like, there's just nothing anywhere.
We're so spatially unaware here on the East Coast because you can drive 6 hours north, south, east, or west. Well, not east because you'd be on the ocean, but north, south, or west, and you're at least in like a couple other states. Like 6 hours in some states. Thank you guys for coming out. We do have the Rangers. It's gonna be good. Saying goodbye.
Oh, I know. I know where Pimpin probably lives. I think he lives in a little place called Aspen.
Ooh. Yes, we did. Aspen.
We're going to Aspen, Harry.
Swanson, Samsonite.
Swampy. There it is.
Samsonite.
I was way off.
Way off.
Extra gloves? You've had extra gloves this entire time? Yeah, take them. My hands are getting a little sweaty. Oh, man. A little place called Aspen. Okay, let's do some you versus Woo right now. I saw we had one score in here. I think someone had 6-2. Josh had 6-2.
6-2.
For his score. What'd you have, Shorts Guy?
I had 4-1. I was way off. Way
He was way off.
Way off. I'm not good.
He had the Samsonite total of 4-1.
4-1. I was way off.
Oh man, what did Sam Wu have?
12.
Did he really have 12?
He had really
12
had 12 nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, he had 12-0. I can't remember what Beer Baron or Vinny had, but it was no one got it. I think Beer Baron had like 5-2 Devils.
Ooh, Ramona had 5-1. Very nice. There you go. We got a winner there. She gets the OTL. 1 point.
There you go. Beer Baron may have had 5-2.
Oh well, if he did, then he's got a point
We're
as
gonna
well.
have to check the
Selecta
tape on
had
that.
4-2.
Yeah, it's
Ariel had the Devils in a shootout.
we were close to it. Without Luke, we were
Yeah,
close
we
to
almost
it.
were there. All right, so it looks like Ramona's our big winner. She got the 5-1.
Oh,
Good job. Everyone's been doing a hell of a job with these score predictions.
yeah. Not me.
Oh my God, Wyatt! I kind of lost track of Sam's score throughout the season because it was pretty bad there for quite some time.
Sam's pretty good in the minus there. Sam is in the minus big time.
I kind of lost a little track of it to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Tomas Tatar.
It wasn't pretty.
Tomas Tatar is the record for plus minus in the plus side. Sam probably has Sam is probably worse than Damon Severson on the minus side there.
Yeah.
Which that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
All right, I got the scores here. We had Beer Baron 5-2, Shorts Guy 4-1, Vinny 6-3. I said 12-0.
Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah,
we covered that a little bit.
Yeah, well, we got
like
that
a lot
part,
of it.
yeah.
But the OTLs, Ramona Rice 5-1.
Yep, we got it.
Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Singer says 8-4 Devils.
No.
Steve
But
Engels.
He got
OTL.
the 4.
He
He got the 4. Yeah, he's got the 4.
Right? Yep.
Steve Engels says 5-3 Devils.
And we got the 5.
Yep. And Beer Baron, obviously 5-2 Devils.
Yeah, I guess Ann Crew can get something. Got to throw him a bone.
Thank you, Mrs. Wu, for taking those.
Of course.
notes. Yes.
What would this podcast do without Mrs. Wu?
Sam finished 6-68-8.
What was it?
I don't know. I lost track of your actual record and Wyatt was asking me, and I kind of lost track of it, so I apologize.
I
I'm
think
gonna have to make like a Google Doc of it or something like that to actually like follow it next season.
No, I
We'll
expect
do it in the playoffs as well.
I expect you to go to our YouTube channel at Let's Go Devils and watch every single podcast.
Every single Devils.
And get
Go
that
ahead,
Google
Sam.
Docs.
Go ahead.
Or that
For 500,000 Woo bucks, you can go do that.
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we might add total goals too in the playoffs. We'll keep it going for the playoffs. But maybe we'll add total goals as well. We'll see what everyone has.
Where's plus minus?
Or maybe do we do over under? I don't know. We'll think about it. See if we can add something for it as well.
Yeah, we'll think about something for the playoffs.
Did anyone? All right. JP says he had Luke's first goal tonight. Anyone else
No.
call a Luke goal tonight?
No. I know I did not.
I didn't. I know I didn't.
Wait, didn't Vinny or Beer Baron did? I thought somebody did.
You know, you might be right.
Yeah, I think it was Beer Baron. Well, I don't remember.
Did Nikki give him? Nikki probably gave him all the predictions. That's how.
Probably-
Nikki has a flux capacitor in their house,
seriously.
and they probably went into the future. Got the sports almanac,
And I
then brought
guarantee
it
she
back.
built it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the tape on
Yeah.
that one. Go back
Now,
to the
now
videotape.
Biff is going to rule the world because Beer Baron left the sports almanac
Seriously.
out
Yeah,
somewhere
Seriously.
with the flux
Wyatt
capacitor.
had the captain hitting 80 points. Very nice.
Frickin'
Very
Biff.
nice.
He's gonna own a casino.
Man. Mostly Crazy had 86 to 43. There you go. I had MB would get pulled.
I mean, that was pretty good. You know, he.
Man.
So the next time that we meet, the next time that we podcast,
Sunday.
Well, aside from the regular show, but the next Devils After Dark and the next Game Day Live will be the playoff edition.
Yes.
The first ever playoff editions of Game Day Live and Devils After Dark.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah.
First ever playoff editions of both shows.
Yeah. Game Day Live was an accident with Grant Marshall sitting on his couch. First game coming back from the pandemic. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, you guys want to just come back and
Do it again.
do it again? And that's how it all started. If you remember the first Devils After Dark at Taj last season, we didn't even have cameras. We broke them all on Game Day Live.
Right.
Sorry, Scotty. I know you did all the notes, but we have no cameras.
I had all my notes like ready to go, and Sam's like, "Yeah, we're off."
But I think we've been streaking since then, Scotty. We've been
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Since the infamous, broken cameras all over the place. Yeah. Well, lots of people to thank. I want to thank Arlette, Tom,
absolutely.
Stagehouse Tavern
been
for
great.
their accommodations, all the fans that came out, Devils fans that came out. Also want to thank who else?
The wait staff,
Yeah.
bartenders,
Yep.
everyone here at Stagehouse Tavern for Just-
Amazing service here.
seriously, yeah. We want to thank Vinny for vibing in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't see it, just watch the beginning of Game Day Live. It's just Vinny vibing to Arlette.
To Arlette. Arlette's
It's great.
singing, and we have the camera just on Vinny on the big
He's
screen
just-
here.
he's just
and
vibing.
He's like this. Yeah.
It's great. Eyes closed, just
Yeah.
loving it.
And also thank Beer Baron as well.
Yep.
You know,
Beer Baron.
Beer Baron.
Thank you to Vinny.
Yep.
Thank you to Samu,
Oh,
Scotty.
thank
Thank you to Shorts
Yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone here.
And the
Thank
fans.
You, thank you to the fans. Everyone that bought shirts. Everyone that came out.
Super chats.
Super chats.
You know
big
who you are.
time.
Yeah.
it's
American
thank-
whiskey too.
Yep.
American whiskey all season, which will be there next week. We may be here at Stagehouse Tavern again at some point during the playoffs,
Yep.
which we're hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Lightning, you bet. You bet, because it's going to destroy a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good luck, bro.
Oh,
Sorry, Opie Anthony reference.
Speaking of Leafs Lightning, Schwim is potentially looking for a couch to sleep on when the Lightning lose to Toronto. And my house is open for him because his wife is going to kick him out. His wife's going to kick him out. It's going to be great.
Oh, mostly crazy. Oh, boy.
Oh.
Do you see this next super chat?
No. Oh.
What super chat?
We got another
mostly
super chat there.
crazy. For the Hughes parents, continuing to be frisky post Quinn. Thank you. We do appreciate that as Devils fans.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Team USA,
Team USA.
the Hughes family.
Oh, man. Well, this has been an amazing season. And though the regular season has wrapped, like Short Sky was saying, we are moving into the playoffs.
First ever.
Keith,
First ever
what
edition.
was that, Keith Yandel? I'm sorry, Keith Yandel. What was your prediction about the Devils earlier this season? What did you say? We're going to be able to keep this up. Not going to be able to play at this pace. They won't make the play.
Oh, we did. And we did.
Oh, sorry, Keith. Go back to analysis school.
Yep.
Try again next year.
Yep. Probably beat.
He has a streak of being wrong now.
That's
He's out
fine.
one.
That's fine. That's fine. So you know what?
Oh, man.
I know someone who believed all season it was the most downloaded and most popular New Jersey Devils podcast of all time, the Let's Go Devils podcast.
Yeah. This podcast,
That's right.
Our fans have been wonderful. I mean, especially that fan
Yes.
that bought me a pepperoni pizza on live air
Got
while
you
I
in
was
so much
fasting.
trouble.
I picked a heck of a
So
time.
much trouble.
Heck of a time fasting for a cholesterol test the next
Yeah,
morning.
you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we want to thank everybody
Absolutely.
that we see every single podcast here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and we are a big family, and I love everyone. Hey Max, it's Dawson Mercer. Can I get a beer for the regular season? I had 56 points. That's pretty good. Don't forget to bring a towel. No, we want to thank everybody, up and down, just for all the super chats, but also just for you guys chiming in and being
seriously.
a part of the show. I mean, how many times do we just me and Sam and Short Guy just look at the chat and just start laughing and be like, who said what? What's going on? You guys are such a huge, huge part of this show, and we can't thank you enough for tuning in all season long here.
Yeah.
Basically for the past 3 years that we've been doing this, past 3 seasons, since it came back in the pandemic, and then last year and then this year. And we're just really excited, like Short Guy said, to finally be able to do this for game number 83.
Oh, it's so nice.
In the playoffs.
It's so nice. And this is the reward for us, for the fans, for everyone involved. It's kind of a cliche thing, but we're not, kind of a cliche thing to say, but we're only here because of the fans, because of everyone that chimes in and super chats and everyone.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone we're here. We're still here because of you. And we can't appreciate it more.
Yep.
And on to the playoffs. We march forward into the playoffs now.
Yep.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. So if you're in the area, definitely come out to American Whiskey. Join us for Game Day Live. Stay to watch the game if you don't have a ticket. If you don't have a ticket to the game next week, if you don't have a ticket to any of the games next week,
Go to American Whiskey.
come on out to American Whiskey. Go pay your $20 to park in the parking lot. Come to American Whiskey. Get some beers with us. Watch us podcast live. We'll watch the game live in the bar. Stay for after the match, for after the game. We'll do Devils After the Dark together. It'll be more than worth the time. More than worth your $25 to park. It'll be a really
I'm
good
sure
time.
you can find cheaper parking too.
Oh yeah,
there's cheaper parking.
Oh, there's
maybe have
cheaper
to drive
parking.
around for a little bit.
But
yeah, I'm sure you can find it cheaper.
But
parking.
that's one of the things that you see the bigger team. I don't want to say bigger teams, but you see some of these teams like Winnipeg, Toronto, whatever. Fans that don't have tickets come out anyway.
Yep.
If you don't have a ticket, come out to American Whiskey next week.
Yep.
Come out to American Whiskey Game 1 and 2. Whether you have a ticket or not, just come pack the bar. Come have a good time. Come drink some beers with us and talk hockey during the game. If we're not at the game ourselves, because I'm at least going to one game, I know that. Just come out to the bar.
Yep.
Come out to the bar. Join us. Get on camera. The camera's always facing the bar. The camera's, always there for you guys to come on and wave and whatever. Come talk to us. Come talk hockey, and we'll have a good time next week. Just come out to the bar, come out to the street. We'll be potentially drinking and podcasting in the street next week.
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
wild.
It's going to be definitely wild. We're going to be there setting up Sunday at 8 a.m. at American Whiskey.
I know a California guy that should come east.
Oh, Arda Pimpin.
Oh no, another one?
Another one?
Hell.
Arda Pimpin.
Another one. Is this this is not a replay, is it? No. I mean, oh man, now there's 2 of them now. Whoa.
Arda Pimpin.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Where's the accounting department? Where's the accounting department?
I'm going to Mexico.
It's over in a little place called Aspen.
Wow, Arda
Oh
Pimpin.
my gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Man.
This is
Wow.
what our
Buy
fans
you
do.
the salad. We're gonna buy you the salad.
The salad.
Salad,
Yeah, when you make your way over to New Jersey sometime, American whiskey, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting you the
get that,
salad.
The
Scotty
Sambo special
salad.
double bacon salad.
We'll
Yeah.
get the Scotty salads. Might not be able to move after the Scotty salad, but you'll get the Scotty salad.
Well, they already got that in Colorado as well, so
That's true,
there's
yeah,
no
that's true.
problem there.
All right, so we'll get the
Man,
San Luis
Arda
salad.
Pimpin.
Seriously, thank you,
you.
Arda Pimpin. Thank you to Arda Pimpin. Thank you to everyone. It's been a great
you
season.
you guys are a big part
But
of our
especially
podcast.
thank you to Arda Pimpin.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's repeat that again. Thank you, Arda Pimpin.
Seriously, especially thank you
Max,
to Arda Pimpin.
Max as well, because he did a double punch. That was
Yeah.
that was double punch.
That was a double
first,
punch.
Double punch. Double punch super chat. Double punch.
Only you and I get that.
Yeah, it's wingman.
Yep.
If
Summer
you go-
gout.
Yeah, if you
Summer
go
of
10
gout.
times that wingman back in the day, the 11th is on
No.
Mondays is double punch Mondays.
Monday was double punch, and the 11th were free wings.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so stupid.
Yeah.
Man. Well, I feel great. I'm
So do
so
I.
excited about this. Devils set all these records. And I can't believe we almost missed that, they set the all-time greatest turnaround in NHL history.
Again, a sneaky season. It's a sneaky season. It's a
Yeah.
wildly sneaky season, and it's crazy. But, we march forward, and we go into the playoffs starting next week.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Against the arch rival. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I don't think I'd want it any other way.
Nope.
I wanted them just to win the Metro, just to, win the Metro and everything. But
No,
man,
I wanted
lining
the
up against
Rangers.
Rangers.
I wanted the Rangers all the way.
Yep.
I'm selfish. I want to sell shirts. I wanted the Rangers all the way.
It's going to be a great series, and
Absolutely.
I can't wait, man. This rivalry renewed here. It's going to be just
Oh, it's going to be a good time.
man. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be intense, and it's going to be a lot of fun watching some playoff hockey with the Devils on there.
Big time.
Yeah.
There's the music.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you everybody on social media, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Thank you for the stars and Facebook Live.
Thank you for the super chats.
Super chats, Twitter Live. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, Short Sky.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Stagehouse Tavern, Tom and Arlette. We'll be back. I guess we'll report tomorrow. Till next time, let's go Devils.